Yo, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? What is up? What is happening? What's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Man, oh man. Cracking one. Out for the boys. This one's for the homies. But I'm not pouring it out. Oh, a little bit of caffeine. All right. All righty then. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. DL, what's up? GB19, what's going on? Drew, Benji Mac, yo, 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 yo. Benji says, and I quote, how's everybody doing, man? Wednesday. I'm feeling tore down. The training's been going again, and your boy gets beat up, man. It's hey, you know what? Tell me if you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear this? Oh, you guys can't hear that, huh? Or did you guys hear anything just now when I hit that button? No, you guys didn't hear it, huh? My stream deck, I don't think, goes into this. All right, whatever. Maybe we'll try to fix that some other point. Anyway, yeah, we'll let it build up a little bit, and then we'll get into some of the hot topics here. No, not music. I bought I have a stream deck I got for streaming on, it's hard to show you. I got for streaming on Twitch. And so I have some buttons programmed to it, you know. But I wondered if I hit the sound buttons, if it would come through on this stream. But it didn't. It works on when we're streaming on Twitch and stuff, though. So, whatever. Dan John, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Speaking about topics, and I was looking on Reddit, and everybody seems to be talking about Devon being 300 pounds. They're saying that he is. So I figured we could talk about that, maybe the potential implications of that. Then I also want to get into more nerdy stuff. We're working our way down this written article from Cal Meyer. We're going to work our way down it, and we're gonna chop it up. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Thomas Miles, what's going on, man? Oh, and Low Budget Life, what's up? What's your opinion on Mac Table? It's different. It's different. I'd like to see it around for a little while longer. I'd like to get on it myself and really feel it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely interesting. And I know its goals are to eliminate a lot of problems we have in our sport. So if it's doing that, then sounds good. Tom says, good to see you, big man. I hope things are going well. 2 wells? Definitely 1 well. 2 wells, I don't know. We'll see how tonight goes at the gym. What's tonight? Tonight is hammer and reverse curl day, and then pronation and some rising. So tonight's going to be at the gym. Yesterday was chest and some triceps, so a bunch of dips and flat bench and incline bench and cable crossovers and internal rotation and things of that nature. And then some lower back extensions. I'm working on my lower back. And then I tried one of those. You guys know the ab wheel thing where you wheel it out, like you're on your knees basically, and then you wheel out and try to come back in with your abs. As a joke, I tried it on Discord. We were laughing pretty hard. I failed pretty epically. I'm just, yeah. Well, especially after a chest like pushing day, I had no triceps or anything left, so I couldn't push down to kind of bring myself up. There's a moment there where I'm trying to push down, and it wasn't happening. There was just no way. So, yeah. As you guys come in, I would appreciate it if you guys would give a thumbs up to the stream. Helps a lot. It helps it get known and seen and get it out there, you know. Trying to get this YouTube thing going a little bit. I'm going to be launching some other stuff, you know. Once again, Southern California, money gets tight. Everything's expensive out here. So going to try pushing the YouTube stuff some more and, you know, get some more videos out there. And then I'm planning to officially launch online coaching again. Take a couple people. Although I know I charge a lot, but I usually get a good amount of requests when I announce it. I I think I might be ready to take on a couple people again. I don't like to give out a subpar product when I do the online coaching. So I want to be in a good place to be able to help them as much as I want to help them. And so that's why I don't do it year round all the time. Other than that, everything else is going good. There's so many projects. I have so many things in the works. The California rankings recently got released a couple days ago so we had rankings. For those of you guys who aren't from California, we had rankings and they were kind of done by arm wrestlers. And then stupid crap happened. And everybody was kind of like, I guess, basically like, hey, let's stop using those rankings. And then UAL, the league, the Ultimate Arm Wrestling League, owned by Bill Collins, which is the predominant league in California, always has been because Bill's the man. They decided to release their own rankings. They, for the most part, copied and pasted from the old rankings and started the new ones. So I'm still number one right-handed in California, but they released this whole like call-out criteria and stuff like that. So immediately, a lot of people aren't happy with where they're ranked, and they start making all these call-outs. And so I've been dealing with that. I think it had been up for 4 minutes, and Tom Nelson makes a post calling me out. Tom. When are you going to learn? When are you going to learn, Tom? All right. It's going to be worse than before, Tom. It's going to be worse than before. Whatever. So, yeah, so that's being planned. And then I have I had another match set a couple week or two before that, but it's not confirmed yet, so we're trying to work on solidifying that as well. Let's see. DF in here, way too massive for an ab wheel, says DL. I know. Dano says, right on, man. Good to see you doing your thing. Yes, back to it. You know what? You guys remind me, and we'll try a gripper tonight. We'll see where we're at. I haven't tried a gripper in a while. But, back into training, so we could try the grip stuff. It's not going to be anything impressive. I highly doubt it. Although I am doing my old grip training stuff, on days where I was supposed to train it a little bit. So I'm back to messing with it, but I don't think it's impressive yet. So I don't know what we would do. Let's see. Jason Blaha does online coaching too. I don't know who that is, but awesome. GB19, Austin Jagger's not from Cali. No, Austin's from somewhere like central United States. DL says, be a good tune-up. Yeah. Thumbs up your stream, Derek, says Michael. Oh, thanks, man. Archdog. I haven't heard that name in a couple years. Tom Nelson. If you're in California, you hear the name because Tom is very loud. It makes all the posts, all the call-outs. Drew says, explains why he's losing weight so he can do the ab roller thing more easily. I'm not losing weight. I'm gaining weight. I lost weight, and I'm gaining back now. I'm not losing weight. Hell no. Yesterday, I'm sticking pretty consistent to 325 right now, but I'm be going up. I think right now I'm in a transitional phase. I think I'm losing body fat and gaining muscle and things like that. So the weight, there's always like this little pause, and then I'll start just gaining more. Is Tom your next match then? It still hasn't been confirmed. I'm open to it. It's just he has to come correct, this is one thing I know for sure, at least for me. And if this becomes a problem, then take me off the ranking. I'm not going to lose a dime, right? I'm not even saying make money. I'm not going to lose a dime to defend my number one spot. I'm not going to be paying out of pocket to go defend my number one spot. It would be nice to make money, right? It'd be nice to make money because I'm the number one guy and someone wants a chance. It'd be nice to make money, but I'm for sure a minimum of not going to lose money to defend my number one spot. So there's these talks that we're in right now. So I don't know. I mean, do you guys think that's unreasonable? I'm just asking to break even. Now, the other matches I take at like East vs. West, King of the Table, I get paid for those. Everything's covered, not losing any money, and then I get paid on top of that, right? There's money, guaranteed money for going. Now I understand California arm wrestling is East West. I understand that, but at the same time, the number one guy, like, I just feel like it's I shouldn't have to lose money to arm wrestle. I shouldn't have to pay for travel or not be compensated for the work I have to miss to go do this, like things like that. I just want to just break even. So yeah. If they feel like they're like, no, you have to lose money to go defend your spot, then I take me off the rankings. Oh, all right, whatever. But yeah, I understand it's smaller time than the big promotion, so I'm not expecting to make money, but I'm not going to lose money to arm wrestle and defend my number one spot. That's wild. Let's see. So yeah, Benji, the match is not scheduled. We were looking at either. I think they're both NorCal events, but both of them are in like 5 and 6 months. I think 4 and 6 months or 5 and 6 months. They're a ways away. The other match I'm working on would be sooner. It's April, beginning of April. Let's see. Mascara does work, but is Devon healthy doing so? Ooh. Last I talked to him, not to give out too much, Devon is very happy with how he feels and where he's at his current weight. He is very happy. He says he is the happiest he's been with how he feels and being this big in a long time. I know he's gotten big. Obviously, if he's 300, they said this is the biggest he's ever been. But, he's still been up there. But he told me what he's done to get up there and all these things. It's the best he's ever felt. He said he's done it the best game that he's ever done. So that's good. Drew, Derek been transitioning for many years. There's the joke. Low Budget Life says Gigantor working from Brian Shaw. Gigantor. I don't know what that means, low budget. Thomas says, still need you and Corey to pull at some point. Todd Colazzo, yo! There he is. Says Tom has no shot. He has a shot. He's asking for a shot. Alexander Clark. Derek, not sure if you follow basketball, but are you looking forward to watching Luka in LA? I don't really follow basketball, but I did see that Luka was traded to the Lakers, which is wild. That is wild. Like, I don't know. I just saw one little post that said that. I don't know, Luka, if he's happy with that trade, if he wanted to be there or this and that, or how everybody feels about it. But that's like, Luka was one of the best basketball players in the world and in the whole league. And he had a whole team being built around him in Dallas. It's kind of crazy. He joined the Lakers and he's been in the game for a while. And he's moving his like legacy to the Lakers. I don't know. I'm excited to watch and stuff like that. And everybody in LA should be really happy about it. I don't have a favorite basketball team. But it is kind of crazy that he left Dallas or was traded from Dallas. Like, that's wild to me. The deal says, I want to see you pull way, 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 way more. Well, I also got a call out for a left-handed match, but it was in like less than a month. And I told him like, that's too soon. I'm down to have the match. A buddy of mine, Joe Meek. Yeah. He said he wanted to pull, and I said, yeah. And a promoter hit me up. But it's in less than a month. And I was like, I'm getting back everything moving. And I have to go to a wedding in Arizona pretty soon. I can't be taking all the time off with little notice. So it was a little too soon, but I hope that he still wants to have the match and finds a different promoter. So I'm down to throw my left arm around. We can have that, arm wrestle left and right-handed. No problem. Right-handed, I'm pretty much only doing super matches. Left-handed, I'll throw my left arm in a tournament, super match. I'm not too picky with the left. So hopefully this year you'll be able to see me pull way, way more. So like right now I got 2 things in the works, and that, the left arm match, I said it's too soon, but hopefully they can find a different date and we can do it left-handed. So maybe we can, maybe there's 3 already getting planned. You know what I'd like to do? If I'm speaking openly with you guys, I think I was talking to Devon's forum about this the other day. I think he was talking to DF about this. I was talking to somebody about this. I think it was DF. I got to word this very clearly so there's not 100 posts made about this. Jesus. People go so off the rails. I still want and would be excited to attempt to pull at some point when I'm ready, Dave Chafee. Dave's someone I've always wanted to arm wrestle. Now, by me saying that, I'm not saying right now, Derek says he beats Dave Chafee right now. I'm not saying any of that. Jeez, dude, people go off the rails when I say that. He's just somebody that stylistically and the way he arm wrestles, I'm interested to see how that would go. But obviously a stronger Derek than this, more in shape, peak form Derek, of course. But yeah, it's just somebody I've wanted to arm wrestle for a long time. So part of me within the United States in terms of arm wrestling guys from the United States wants to work towards the Dave Chafee. I don't know. I don't know how long it would take for me to feel good enough to have that match, or how many steps before I would try to have that. But I would like to. And from everything I understand, Dave's down. As long as everything I come correct, and as a promoter and sponsors, and money's right and everything. So, but I'm not saying that's set in stone. It's just I kind of want to work towards that. Let's see. I laughed so hard about the Reddit post about Todd Hutchings' diet. I haven't clicked on the post. I saw it, but I haven't read it. Everybody's saying, yeah. Home gym physique. Wasn't Devon much lighter last time he faced Gennady, and he badly struggled with his endurance, and now he's bigger. Endurance could be a factor. Again, very true. Very true. But Gennady's also a big dude. He's definitely not thin by any means. So Gennady's pretty active. If you have endurance is one thing, but if you're a versatile arm wrestler and you know how to transition from different muscles, so I'm using my bicep and now I switch to a different position where I'm not using my bicep, or this, like, you can give muscles a certain rest. So the more versatile you are, the bigger chance you have to show your endurance. Well, that's probably one of the main things that can show, that can improve your endurance or your amount of time on the table. But also strength. So how do I word this? I could arm wrestle the number one 13-year-old marathon runner who's the best, or any athlete, like below 15 years old. I could arm wrestle that kid in a battle of endurance, just sitting center table forever, because the strength gap is so big that he can't make me work long enough to make endurance a factor. Benji Mackin here. Benji has way better endurance than I do. But me and Benji often, when we're at practice, I'll just sit center table with him because the strength gap is big, and so it kind of matches out. So it'll kind of look like our endurance is similar when really Benji has way better endurance than I do. But my top end strength is high enough where it makes it look close, right? If we just sit there, we'll just have a really, really slow match. So yeah, depending on the strength gap between Gennady and Devon, who's stronger than who, that'll play factor into endurance as well. Benji DF says, yeah, if I remember right, Devon weighed 268, only a few months out from tearing from bicep tear from Levan. G19, you versus Dave was in talks 3 years ago. I remember you almost going to pull him. Yeah, I've been wanting to get it going. GB19 said, oh wait, no. Andrew Poling says, what about Gabor? Who dat? I don't know who that is. Alexander says, Devon still has pretty decent vascularity as weight, too much leaner than against Monster Michael Todd. Yeah, he was big against Michael Todd. That was crazy. Big goal, better start the TRT now, says Thomas Miles. I already started the TRT. I got the pellet surgery. How long's it been now? DF, how long was that? You think that was a month? It's been a month? A month ago? Home gym physique. Wild Derek versus Slim Shady Bowen. Let's go. Wow. DL says, who's the strongest North American you think you can beat at your strongest? At the strongest I've ever been, or at the strongest I think I can get to? Andrew Poling says, Benji catching straight? No. I'm like 150 pounds heavier than Benji. Arstog says, am I the only one who was excited about Brad Grundy versus Bacho? I think Bacho will win. I want very much to see Bacho versus that Rijkaard kid from Australia. That would be interesting. Those are both. I mean, Rijkaard, I think, is a lot bigger than Bacho, though. But that could be pretty interesting. Home Gym says Devon will need to be well above 300 pounds to have any chance with Levan. Probably. I don't know. Well, I don't know about well above, but at least 300. Yeah. The Gabor. Oh, the kid that Chafee pulled. I don't know much about him. That's the only time I've ever seen him pull was that match against Chafee. So, I don't know. But like I said, I was thinking about people in the United States to pull in like the North American rankings. And Gabor was from, was it Hungary? No. Where was he from? I can't remember what country he was from. But yeah, kid, super strong. DL says strongest I can get to. Oh, okay, within 6 months. Okay, so within 6 months, if I go nonstop, I think 6 months, if I don't stop, I can surpass where the strongest I've ever been, not by a ton. And so that being said, the strongest guy I think I can beat in North America, a little bit past where I was. Yeah, it would be like right around. Well, yeah, because like it'd be like 5th and 4th is Corey West and Dave Chafee, and then it's Jerry Caderet, Michael Todd, and Devon, I think. So yeah, it'd be right there. It'd be Corey and Dave. That's who I'd go for. SA, what up? Who's going to host KOT's events now since it's under East vs. West now? What do you mean who's going to host? East vs. West is going to host. The people that run East vs. West are going to host King of the Table events. John Boy says, I'm not sure all the ass pellets in the world are enough for you to beat Dave Chafee. Maybe not. Man, maybe not. Alexander Clark, Derek, do you think that if Devon can keep his current weight, that it's inevitable he will pull Levan again? If he can maintain at 300, I think we need to see how this goes. I think we need to see how this goes with Gennady. If Devon can be as dominant as he hopes, I think that'll speak volumes. I think he still has to go through Hermes / Michael Todd. But it's possible. It's possible. I think we see Devon pull Levan again. Especially if this weight gain works out and he feels strong and it carries across the table. I see no reason why we wouldn't see Levan and Devon round 3. Benji Mack, he's accurate on it. We usually pull at the end of practice, need an endurance pull fresh next month. Okay. DF says, Clark, Alexander, DF, I think Devon is a really good shot if he stays over 300 pounds. It's just, yeah, you have to. One of the things you have to have a minimum to deal with Levan is you have to have enough mass and center table pressure to be able to slow him down and make him work towards the pin. If you're trying to stop him at the very last moment, like you're giving, 30 pounds, it's more than that, it's a random number, right? You're giving 30 pounds resistance, and then right here you click into 100, 50 pounds of resistance. It's just too late. It's right on the fringe of getting pinned. And Levan is so big and so powerful that to bank that you're stopping him on a dime, because if you go 1 inch lower, you get pinned, is really rough. You have to have enough center table to put the brakes on him. It's like stopping a diesel truck, right? You've got to put the brakes on him here, and then the more powerful these brakes are, the more powerful that final stop will be, the more potent it'll be, right? But if your power is going from 30 pounds to 150, like that's a big gap, and he's gonna have a ton of speed built up by the time he hits 150. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger and more mass and muscle and connectivity and everything Devon gets, and be able to fight that center table fight, the higher potential we'll have to slow Levan down and then over rounds and things like that, do damage and whatnot. Because I think that's what Hermes did, right? Hermes straps, post, and he's posting. Levan's having to work, and then finally Levan gets over here. He's had to work for it. Finally takes Hermes' wrist, but by the time he's taking Hermes' wrist, he's slowed down a ton, And then Hermes flops and puts Levan in this area, and now Hermes is pulling up this way. And it's just like he put the brakes. It was all the things that happened first before Hermes lost his hand and everything. All that was the brakes. And then the brakes took an effect and actually stopped Levan. But you got to start hitting the brakes center table on this guy way heavy before he gets to the pin pad. You can't try to stop him right there, in my opinion. I mean, who's the MC? Can't be Aussie or I don't know. 330-pound devil, says DF. DL says, my unpopular opinion is that Derek hardcore commits to arm wrestling and dethrones Levan in 2027. Very unpopular opinion, DL. I appreciate you. Derek sounds like he knows arm wrestling a little bit. DF says, except for it'll have to be Devon. Ooh, and Levan was sick. Impressive. What do we got in here? We got 40 people, 14 likes. Yo, can we get some thumbs up in the chat? Those are horrible numbers. What are we doing? What are we even doing here? All right. Wait, Thomas Miles, I believe Levan will not lose until after he retires. Lose a match. Or are you talking about losing rounds? Because his whole thing is that he'll never get pinned. But he got a little too winded and had to call the match on the Hermes match, huh? Right. I didn't get pinned. Just couldn't breathe. Right before I was about to lose. I couldn't breathe. Didn't pin me. That always. Anyway, Andrew says it was years ago, but the last time it was Corey versus Hutchings. Todd won. How do you see yourself doing? Against Corey or Todd Hutchings? Pretty different. I don't know. Yeah, strong Derek. I'd be fine pulling either of them. DL says, I think the winner of Hermes, Michael Todd, at least pins him once. I'm interested in seeing Mike pull Levan. He's wanted to for so long. And, Mike's grown and he's changing. He's a bit different of a Michael Todd. I'm not saying I favor Michael to win, but I am interested to see how it goes. I'm not 1,000,000% sold that Levan just runs through him. That's very likely. That's most likely what would happen. But I'm not sold on it. I do think that there's something in there, potentially some weird spots, especially with Mike now being able to get tighter and being more aggressive offensively, being able to hit those breaks a little more before he gets to his King's move, things like that. I'm interested. I want to see. Ferris Chap says, I think only Vitali has a somewhat realistic chance against Levan. Yeah, maybe. But no, Vitali definitely has a chance. Yeah, 100%. Do you have any matches coming up? Jay Nez, I went over all that about 10 minutes ago. We talked about it for a while. Rewind it. Cowabunga Dave says DF. Hermes was for sure going to pin Levan, says Robert Crane. What? No, dude. No, that was just really bad timing that he got so tired all of a sudden he couldn't pull anymore, right when he was about to get pinned. Alexander says, Derek, do you think Monster Michael Todd is stylistically a bad matchup for Levan? No. I mean, the King's moves weakest against someone that climbs and works the hand. Levan top rolls technically. So, no, I don't think it's a stylistically really bad matchup for Levan. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle for anybody that pulls Levan. Arstock says they got Devon and Gennady as a shutout stake. Anybody who thinks Gennady won't get at least one pin is crazy. Easy money, my opinion. It's a shutout stake, so Gennady went from beating Devon to being a shutout stake that he's going to get swept against Devon. And who runs this site and sets these gambling odds? Devon set his own odds as a shutout stake. Come on. I'd like to see his King's move against Levan as well. I've been saying it since 2020. Drew says, of course, Levan will always be the heavy favorite until proven otherwise. Home gym physique. Anyone else notice that Michael Todd seems broken? Hard to watch his streams now. He always seems emotional. Sure, they can't be the only one that's noticed. I haven't watched one of Mike's streams in a while, so no comment. I have not seen any of that. GB19, do you Monster Michael Todd world records are legit? Oh, do you think? I haven't watched Monster Michael Todd stuff in a while, so no comment. You got kind of the same response about the last thing. I haven't been watching much Mike. I see like freeze frames of his lifts on Reddit. I haven't been watching them though. Thomas Miles, what do you think of all the lifts? There we go. Same answer. Brandon Natali says, Derek, I have a match coming up with a friend. How long do you rest before a match? No heavy arm wrestling, like where you're actually doing damage to your elbows and stuff, 2 weeks before the match. No heavy lifting 1 week before, within 1 week of the match. And then I'll do rubber bands. Say the match is on Saturday. I'll maybe do some rubber bands and some stuff. And I'll stop around Wednesday for me. But that's one of those things that is kind of an individual, what works best for you, and you find over time. But yeah, that's how I tend to choose. Brandon says Devon will win, but he'll lose at least one on fouls, or Devon gives him one to see where Gennady is at. I got you. Derek, how much raw strength did Brian have when you felt him? Was it pretty crazy? Yeah, I mean, he's Brian Shaw, dude. It's the world's strongest man. His raw, unrefined arm wrestling strength was pretty wild. Yeah, you could feel it. Like when the first time I was out there and I got Brian set up in a really good arm wrestling position, like I set up his shoulder and his arm, got him standing right and everything. The static pressure he was giving me, if I didn't know any better and I just came across this dude, no idea who he was, assumed he was an arm wrestler, he's giving me that pressure, it felt like he was going to pick my body up and throw it across the table. Because he was giving so much like old school internal rotation pressure just in the center of the table, just like he's trying to do this as hard as he can. So you're gripping up with someone, they're squeezing your hand and they're going hard sideways, so much static pressure getting ready to go sideways. You're like, oh my God. Like it feels like if you actually hold on or try to go inside and like connect your forearm to his forearm, you're gonna be like, whoa! Like literally your leg will get picked up. That's what it felt like. So yeah, the pressure was really impressive. It was just like putting it together, putting all the arm wrestling pressures together is always going to be the struggle, and accurately and efficiently and things like that. So, but yeah, definitely a ton of raw strength. DL says, I would like to see you pull Todd Hutchings. I think your long arm could give him issues. I've always wanted to pull Todd again, for sure. I mean, he's beaten a lot of super heavyweights. Do you think a strongman really had a chance to be number one? Are you talking about like Brian? Yeah, why not? If Brian can remain uninjured, right? Number one thing. If he can stay away from injury, is it the number one thing? Number one or two thing. Stay away from being injured and stay a student of the game. Sponge. 3 years of sponge and not being injured and just learning and never assuming you're too strong or too good for anything, and learning and sponge and applying what you learn. If you can do that, I'm not saying he's number one in 3 years, but in 3 years, he's knocking on crazy doors. If he sponges and he doesn't get hurt and just keeps training and stuff like that, I see no reason why he can't be knocking on some doors in 3 years. 3 years of polling. So how long's he been in it now? So was it two and a half years? If he stayed after it and sponged and didn't get hurt. Atlantis, what up? George Ellis says, any traveling plans for future tournaments for you in 2025? Traveling internationally, I have not made any plans to travel internationally. Nope. In United States, I did get hit up by Ian Carnegie, but I responded. I didn't see the message for a couple of days, and then he'd already found somebody else. But Ian's my boy, so I might be doing something in Canada at some point. He said he wants to talk to me later. I don't really not limiting myself. The only thing that kind of limits where I'll go is, this is how I see it, guys. And tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I see this the wrong way. One, I was one of the original, was it 4 of us that helps get East vs. West started. there was a group chat with me, Paul Lynn, Engen, to Josh Grant, and oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Herman Stevens. I think that was all of us that were in there. And that was what kind of started, hey, Engen was telling us he's trying to start this thing, and we start coming up with ideas. We should launch a GoFundMe. We could do this. And he's telling about the matches, and we kind of help it get started. Because I was one of the first ones out there. Went out to Turkey and saw where we were going to have the event and stuff. So I have a deep-rooted loyalty and beginnings of the East vs. West. Engen has become my close friend over time. Loyalty to Engen. So, and now, I think it's undeniably, right? Undeniably, East vs. West is the biggest league in arm wrestling. It is our NFL. It is our NBA. It is where we're at right now. The biggest one right now. So I have my foot in the door at East vs. West. That's East vs. West and King of the Table, right? Foot's in the door. I'm not under contract. I don't have to do anything. But having my foot in the door means like that they don't have to have me either, right? So me keeping that relationship on the up and up is important to me. If you get your foot in the NBA, are you going to mess around and potentially not and burn that bridge? Or is that bridge going to be pretty important to you as an arm wrestler, right? So when I'm thinking about competing in other leagues, I have to consider where they stand with East vs. West. And if my participation with them will damage my relationship with East vs. West. Pretty common. It's pretty basic. It's not very complicated, right? So, when I get invites, and I've been invited by everybody, and I have no personal qualms with anybody. I'm making a thing to build bridges, not burn them in the sport. But I have to consider. I still want to compete at the highest stage at some point, right? So I'll get awesome matches offered, but if there's like an open him and East vs. West, they hate each other so much, then obviously I'm not gonna. I still want to compete in the biggest league, which right now is East vs. West. So that's the league I'm going to try to keep them happy. Now, if they have a fantastic relationship or no problem at all with a certain league, no problem. I'm in. I want to compete in the biggest league. I want to compete in the league that Levan and Devon and everybody are competing in. So I don't know if does that seem pretty crazy? I feel like people might get mad at me for saying that. GB19, do you when Brian planning his next match? Do I know when Brian is planning his next match? I do not. Max pretty neat, says Drew. I agree. Dave Anderson, look at Brian's history for that answer. Brian Shaw is that guy, buddy, says Jared Spots. Yeah. At least have that left-handed match at Mac. Yeah, would be nice. Sure. I mean, it goes for left hand and right hand in terms of not pissing off East. Like, competing at another league is, if they have a big problem with somebody, then I'm trying to stay in the big league. Who wins in their prime, Cleve Dean or Levan? Levan. Was Ian Carnegie pinned by Shaq? I think he was. Wasn't he on the show? I don't know. I think. Did I hear that he was? I can't remember if that was serious or not. Well, most likely not serious, right? But then Devin said Shaq is the strongest non-arm wrestler he's ever arm wrestled. So I don't know. Drew says timing and money matters a lot. Yes. DL says East vs. West insane. I don't see it going anywhere. Brandon Tully, WL is the best. No rules. Be as low on the table as you want. Monster Michael Todd is allowed to start under the table as he should. Dang. WL was awesome, says Fairstrap. DL says, do you think someone could realistically be high level in the 154 class without the pellet surgery? In the 154 class, yes. Speaking of burning bridges, can we make fun of Bowen for at least 10 minutes? Ryan's a friend of mine. Brian, I had no problem. Okay. Ryan that I know, I think I've said this before. Ryan that I know, my buddy that I talk to. I haven't talked to him in a while, but when we do talk, love Ryan. Love me some Ryan. Right? Ryan's been in the sport around the same time I have. We've had similar journeys in terms of as an athlete, right? Not as YouTubers. I resonate with a lot of Ryan's journey, and I definitely have respect for Ryan as an athlete and his nonstop pursuit. That being said, Bowen, YouTube Bowen, can be a lot. I don't know. I love Ryan, and hopefully he wouldn't take this too negative. No, but he's, Ryan is always building his brand. He's always trying to make claims and hot, topics and clicks and stuff like that. And so he took the route. There's this decision right here, right? You come across this point and there's a decision right now. I could have earlier when we were talking about Dave Chafee, I could have said, "Oh, I guarantee I'll beat Dave." And there's a point where, you stop when you're thinking, you're like, do I say I guarantee I'll beat Dave? And then there's going to be 10 spin-off videos of people saying that, multiple posts, this and that. Everybody's going to start watching these videos, hating on me. But people are going to be watching me to start this whole thing. Or do I, just stay humble, pay Dave his respects, and I don't know how it would go, but I'd love to try. Me and Ryan, we choose different approaches. So I don't know. I don't hate on him for it, but at the same time, for a lot, not all, people definitely go way too far. But on a lot of the roasts that Ryan gets, he puts himself out for it, but not all. Definitely people go way too far in a lot of stuff. That's for sure. But he signs himself up for a good amount of it. Matthew Dieter Jr., you definitely have the genetics to be better than most arm wrestlers, probably in the top 10 if you would just dedicate 100% of yourself to the sport. I know that might not be financially possible. Ooh, financially possible. In terms of financially, no, I work 3 days a week. That's it. But I have to work those 3 days a week. So I guess to reach 100% dedicated, I would not work those 3 days. But I can dedicate a fair amount. Let's see, so if I could magically change everything or live the perfect arm wrestling training lifestyle, what would change for me? Okay, if we're just talking about training, not that I want this to happen, if we're just talking about training, then I would need to I would like to go to the gym twice a day. I don't even know if I could. Yeah, I do one session and I do 2 different workouts in one session, but they're back to back. And then, but maybe it'd be better to break those up, hand and wrist later in the day, big muscles earlier in the day. Okay. If I had more time, I guess I could do that. Food, that would be the big thing, like eating better and more consistently. If I had more money, I could do that, I guess. I got a pretty high-end deal in terms of training for arm wrestling. Competing is harder because I have to compete on the weekends. But in terms of training, I got a way better deal than most people have right now in terms of scheduling and availability to train. And remember, as soon as I switched from working 7 days a week to working 3 days a week, as soon as I quit, I worked at UPS 5 days a week, and then I worked on the weekends. I worked at the nightclub. As soon as I went from that schedule to 3 days a week, at the same time is when I was getting trained by Engen and I started understanding how to program and how to lift. All that started at the same time, right? That's when I went from getting my ass kicked to suddenly calling out Tom and beating Tom. Was that transition where all of a sudden my life changed in terms of sleeping and hydrating and eating and lifting. Everything changed, and I had a ton of time to just sleep and eat. That's when I made a huge jump. Right now, it could always be a little better, I guess. But I have a pretty good deal. Most arm wrestlers are still working 9 to 5, still working at least 5 days a week. Just way more things that are kind of I don't like to use the word holding them back, but way more things they have to take care of, right? So yeah, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with the schedule I have for sure compared to most arm wrestlers. Where are we at? Oh my gosh. Brandon Tully, Kent versus Harris, that WL, that was funny. DL says, I thought he tried the dad move and got pinned. I don't know what we're talking about. Mac, what up? East vs. West is primarily hosting top 10 matches. You should call someone out, but if you want to compete there, the top 10 are Levan, Devon, Hermes, Jerry, Gennady, Svetkov, Dennis, Morozov, Vitaly, Vaz, Zarinov. Sure. Or I could always get a king of the table match, or I could probably get an East versus West match. I just because of the relationships I've built, they would trust me to say, I know what I've been through. I know what's strong and I know what weak is. I know what strong Derek and I know what weak Derek is. And I believe that if I told the people necessary that I am strong Derek and strongest Derek ever, I think they would take me at my word a good amount. Because I don't want to lose on that stage again either. I'm not a big fan of losing on those stages. So, yeah. He was pinned, but Ian was taking it easy on Shaq, says Dave Anderson. Okay. Matthew says, Dennis is not top 10. Linky Slinky, number 1. Yo, Derek. Yo, what up, dude? Jason Eddie, a little different. That's a top 10, actually 11 on their rankings, says Mac. The fair strap, did Larry give up arm wrestling? I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, as far as I know, he didn't. I don't think he made a hardcore stance that he's never arm wrestling again, but he has taken a step back from the sport for now, at least. Jared Rementor, hey brother, what up? Eric Anderson says, Derek, you're loyal to these big leagues, but are you good enough to compete in them? Have you thought of competing in leagues like Knuckles Up, a tier down? Well, I mean, that's kind of what I just said, though, right? I said that. I mean, I got to win on the East versus West stage. So at some level, sure. But competing in leagues like Knuckles, like I just said, I don't not compete at Knuckles Up in these other leagues because I think I'm above them. That's not why. It's purely because I don't want to burn my bridge and my opportunity to compete at the top league. I'm not saying Derek is always at the top league level and elite level. I'm saying that that door is open to me, though. And to a lot of people, it's not open. And so if there's a chance of me messing around and it closes that door for when I am ready to compete at that league, then that's not smart for me to burn that bridge, right? That's it. I'm not looking at the other leagues like they're a tier down. Jason Eddy said he's probably talking pancakes. Who's talking pancakes? DL says, are you weekend shift? Yeah, right now I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. George Ellis, anyone in North America you would want to have a match with? Yeah, there's a few. I mean, obviously I want to get my losses back from people from North America. So that would be Matt and Austin Jaggers. Those are people that beat me. Since, well, I don't, people think about the Travis thing. The Travis thing was a left-handed match with like 2 weeks notice. That in my head, when I think of losses, the Travis thing doesn't even register to me. That was like a sideshow thing I tried. It was left-handed and I didn't care. I still don't care that much. I lost to Travis Bajan left-handed. Oh, crazy. Because I don't care about my left arm that much too. So I don't know that one. But so the ones I care about, Austin Jaggers and Matt Mask. Those are the ones I want to go for. And then, like I said a little while ago, Dave Chafee at some point, obviously at some point, me and Corey West cross paths. I think say everything goes amazing. Say I pull Austin, I beat him. Say I pull Matt Mask, I beat him. Say I pull Corey, I beat him. Say I pull Dave Chafee, I beat him. If I can accomplish that checklist, then I think I'm ready to start looking at the top 3. Jerry, Mike, and Devon, right? I think that there's does Dave beat Jerry? What do you guys think? Does Dave beat Jerry? Does he? Anyway, but I think once if I could complete that list, then I'm ready to start tiering up, going up a tier, right? What do you guys think? Morkish says, didn't John Brzezinski work and still get to travel and be the GOAT? Yep. Like most people work. Yeah. Jay Nez says, Ian let Shaq win the first match. They went again afterwards, and Ian won easily. Then Shaq's arm was hurting. Oh. Crap. I scrolled. Oh, you guys are going fast. It's been a while since people went fast. 51 people, 34 likes. Where was it? Oh, there's DL says, I work 3/12s, get paid for 40. Attaboy. Matt Dieter says 6 months on TRT, training every day, and you'll definitely be way stronger than you have ever been. There we go. Eric Anderson, when will you use your genetics to become a good arm wrestler? Damn, once you start teaching me. Protein shake, says Jared. Matt says, I know, right? Drink only protein drinks. I actually have a protein shake every day. I go to the gym. Eric Anderson, damn, he's coming at me with the heat. What's Angan's butthole taste like? More mass gainer, says Jason. Jared says, I have a 20-pound dumbbell doing wrist curls right now, my guy. Jared says, nice. Jana says, what's your current weight and what's your weight versus Medi? I'm currently like 325, and my weight versus Medi, I was like 345, 350. That's where I've been competing at the last few years. Matt says, I have a 40-pound kettlebell. Eric says, Derek, when will you put away a skateboard kid lifestyle and grow F up 40-year-old virgin? Damn. Eric's going hard. Skateboard. I can't be on a skateboard. I'm too big. I'll break that thing in half. And grow up 40-year-old virgin. I can't even play on that joke because I have a kid. Damn it. I would say I am. I've done it at least once. At least one time. I got proof. One time. I got proof I've done it at least once. Wish there were arm wrestling events on a Wednesday or something, or Sunday at least. Same. Congratulations, keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Jason Eddy said if Bone can get matches. Yeah. GB19 says grip time. 5:23. Get on this training stuff just for a second at least and work a little bit on it so we can keep chipping away at it. Nighton Vats. Devon's psychological gimmicks around Gennady are going to do more harm than good. The Georgian seems angry and ready to roll. Yeah. I told Devon I hope he has some security while he's out there. Matthew says, for all you guys that don't have a home gym, I have a 40-pound kettlebell that I attach a strap handle to, and you can pretty much every exercise. Really? Every exercise? Dang. Eric Anderson, you look soft. You training by lifting bagels to your mouth. Wow, I've had a bagel in a long time. I do love bagels, but it's probably been a couple years since I had a bagel. I feel like I haven't had a bagel in a long time. I should eat more bagels. Good point. Matthew says that combined with the multi-directional pull-up bar, you can literally do everything. Durr says Ian got pinned. Jared says, still young, bro. Keep them doors wide open. David Simpson says, Dennis in 2023 form, I think he's top 10 easily. Yeah, Dennis is an absolute monster. Oh, wait, 2023 form. Top 10? Maybe. Is that a new hat? Yeah, I just got it the other night. Went out to dinner with Leroy Walker. Me and my lady went out there, and we had a nice dinner. And I don't have any hats this color, so I bought a hat there at the country bar. Robert Crane says, well, Artem and Ravaz were / are top 7. Derek is fine. yeah, they were pretty strong. Derek says Auden versus Derek, someone probably. I know everybody in this chat wants to see this dude succeed. Thank you, Matt. I don't think Eric Anderson wants me to succeed. Call out Mindaugas Dolskis. That's somebody I've always interested in, for sure. Wow, Derek thinks Knuckles Up is below him, probably kicks homeless people. That's a good call out. Lance RL says, bro, Devon's face, he's really 300 pounds, I think, before he had a different almost 300. Derek says, is Austin Jagger still pulling? Yeah, yes, I believe so, yes. Derek is too good for Knuckles Up, clearly. He has dicks. Eric Anderson says, Austin Jagger beat Derek, I think, once. All day Dave beats Jerry, says Jason. I feel like last time they pulled, though, there was something interesting. I know there's videos of Dave beating Jerry pretty handily, but I feel like recently something – am I tripping? Is there a video of Jerry beating Dave or something? And Jagger's still in the arm wrestling scene, says Andrew. Yes. Linky Slinky, I don't know if Dave beats Jerry anymore since he lost to Camille, but Dave was worse then, though. That was a stylistic – Dave pulled Camille the worst way you can pull Camille. I can't really imagine stylistically a worse way to approach Camille than the way Dave approached Camille. Love Dave. I love Dave. But I can't holding on to a flop, being defensive and letting a flop guy get his shoulder behind. Like, these are the worst things you can do against a flop press. Like, I don't. So it, to me, in no way was that a testament of Dave's strength. When you're at that bad of a deficit technique wise, it's not even like. I don't know if Levan did the exact same movements that Dave Chafee did against Camille. I'm not convinced that Camille wouldn't beat Levan, is what I'm saying. I don't think it was a strength thing from Dave. I just don't think he pulled the best way he could pull. yes, drink those shakes and put on the weight. Jared says, you and Alex Rodech, bro, that's a future prime time. Hey, or just eat protein. I do that as well. Matt says, in his pronation lift is world record. All right, I'm going to just kind of a little faster. I'm going to stop reading the names and just kind of read what you guys are saying, unless it's something I need to pause on. Get a bunch of meal replacements, ensure brand like that. Dissing Ian for taking it easy on a non-arm wrestler's ignorance. Hey, I'm not dissing Ian. Got to eat like this 6 times a day, and then in between those meals, protein shakes. Dong Morningwood, what up? Would you rather watch a tree grow or a probably a tree. Meal replacements are only needed if you can't do the meals every few hours. I don't eat as consistent as I should. I definitely eat enough calories in a day, but I don't spread them out as much as I should. Papa Thor says, dude, the gym at 7 p.m. straight up sucks. Can't even start on dips because dip stands are filled. Need to invest in home gym. Yes, my gym at peak has like 25 people, peak hours. Normally, it's 7 people in the gym. That's why I love that. I took my table over there. So my table, my pulley system. I have like different there, wrist wrench, everything there. I have my own curl bar I took over there, clamps, country crush. Like I leave my stuff at the gym. They have heavy weights, dumbbells that go up to 140. Everything I need is at my gym for sure. Eric says, Derek, since you look down all promotions other than East West West, have you very just punched a crippled guy in the face? Oh, you got to correct that, man. If you're going to talk crap, you at least got to, spell everything correctly and put it out there. Can't call Gennady a dog in Georgia, says GB19. You don't need a home gym. Just do calisthenics and get a kettlebell, and you can get jacked doing that. You just do all the hardest exercises like handstand push-ups. Not for arm wrestling. Jason says to the chat, so brutal. Eric, here we go. Derek, you missed your calling. Shrek kids' birthday parties are still popular. It's pretty lame. Dur says Eric is a hater. Yeah, standard internet hater. Someday you may know how to wear a hat. Let's see. Atlanta says, I was just bench pressing with my kettlebell strap before joining stream. I got to see how that works. Isn't Austin in prison? No, he's not. Eric, Derek's from Cali. When will we see you in the women's classes? Dude, this is like low-hanging fruit, bro. You are very not inventive. What's up, brother? Devon all day, says Jeff. All right. That's what's up. Dave's wrist is better now, allegedly. You look 12. Ever molest yourself? Thank you. I look young? Attaboy. Say, I guess you're not as big of a hater as I thought. No one's ever taken Dave for being an Einstein. So when's your next match? The Asian match was canceled, but haven't heard anything. Working some here in the United States. Go back to the beginning. We started talking about it right away in the stream. I kind of went over everything. Jared says, thumbs up. What are we at? 64 people, 38 likes. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. I'm just trying to catch in the chat so I could talk about what's on the phone here for a second. Derek deletes my Devin and Matt mask memes from Reddit. Oh, if I did, then take that. Suck it. Let's see. Jared, I had my Bowflex in place of a dining room table. Durs burned. Wow, if you can't even spell, you can't talk crap. Dong says, have you beat Nick before? No. Carlos Pacheco says, why are pullers like Devin say they are the strongest they have ever been and no one can move then after the match a few weeks later then aren't the same strength? Why don't they keep their strength? So you're saying, like, why are people, they get so strong for a match and a couple weeks later, why are they so much weaker? I want to be clear. That's what you're asking. Not saying it's for sure. And this is allegedly and potentially, right? Potentially. I don't even know for sure. I don't know what these guys do. I know nothing. But if the guys were taking steroids, if they were, like, I'm not saying they are, but if they were, then after the match, they stopped taking they would potentially stop taking all the very toxic, horrible steroids. A lot of them, not all of them, but most of the most toxic ones, they get off all that and they lose a lot of they would lose a lot of strength until they're ready to ramp back up for another match. Wallace, Dilly. Wallace, hey buddy, when are we gonna pull? I don't know, Wallace. Where are you at? Now, Wallace, I've been hearing good things, man. I hear you're an absolute monster. Hit up a promoter, set something up, man. Let me know. I'm actually kind of setting my schedule kind of right now. So I'm in talks with a few different promoters and people trying to set stuff up. So yeah, I mean, if we can set something up or start getting something on the books down, my boy, let me know. I'll tell you right now, though, Wallace, flight, hotel, and then at least money to cover me missing work minimum. That's what I need to go pull a match because I can't afford to lose money to arm wrestle right now. U.S. Cowboy says, what, bro? Will Shaw Classic be an open to everyone or invite only? I know you know. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I have not received a single message at all about the Shaw Classic. I'm out. Don't know how, don't know why, don't know what transpired. But I just know that there's all these posts being made and things being done about arm wrestling the Shaw Classic, and apparently somehow, some way, Derek pissed somebody off and or something. For some reason I'm not involved. Not involved even a little bit. Not even a tiny bit. Roy says, hey, what's up, Derek? Why did the guys in the KU Knuckles Up try and sell the promotion as the best and better than East vs. West and etc.? Why don't they just do Knuckles Up without all that nonsense? It would be better for them. Have they? I haven't seen them say that they're better than East vs. West. Interesting. I think if they are saying that, that's that sounds weird. They're openly saying that we are better than East vs. West. They're saying that, or they're just saying like they're a top promotion and they handle their stuff well. Someone else clarify in the chat. Does Knuckles Up say that openly? We are better than East vs. West? Or is that just kind of the vibe that you're saying you're getting? That's kind of an important distinction. I think Knuckles Up looks like they put on a great show. I've heard nothing but good things from all the athletes that have competed there. Yeah, I mean, I think they're putting on a fantastic promotion. If they are saying that, I don't know why. I don't know why they're trying to go that route rather than just to continue to be themselves and put on great promotion. I don't know. That'd be a really good match. Derek versus Wallace, says Niels. Hey. For arm wrestling? Uh-oh. U.S. Cowboy, I missed your other post. Crap. Let's see. Derek cries in the mirror when he's naked, says Eric. Because it's so beautiful. Jason A says, quit reading the insults or queue up. I guess it's funny. I can read the insults, man. I don't care. I don't care about Eric Anderson's online opinion of me. Like, why would I give a damn what Eric Anderson thinks of me? Eric Fisher drives around a jacked up truck. Eric versus Derek 2025. Derek was offered $5K to pull Tamika Lito, and he ran from it. I don't know who that is. Never heard of that name. Well, Devon is on tons of gear right now, says Derek. Whoa, I don't know that. I don't know. I've never heard any of that. Linky Slinky says, how much time do you think it will take for you to be ready to win against Matt Mass? 4 to 5 months. That should be good. Steve said also they peak their strength for a specific day, just a powerlifter would. Then when the event is over, you drop the weights to a lower amount to build back up again. Yeah. Didn't you MC Strongman Classic? Yes, I was at the Shaw Classic. Last year we didn't have arm wrestling. We were planning it, but it just kind of fell apart the last minute. And the year before, yeah, I MC'd all the arm wrestling at the Shaw Classic. DL says Shaw's afraid you'd beat him. Carlo says, how would you do against Brian? Ready, go. I don't know. I'm not gonna take that. Man, I'm not gonna. Brian's my buddy. I don't want arm wrestling. So you like energy drinks? What about sodas? What's your fave? I don't drink much soda. I'm an iced tea, unsweet iced tea guy. Water, milk, and sometimes these. Just this flavor too. Just the red Rockstar. I don't know why. I kind of like it. But yeah, if I go out to dinner or something like that, it's water, iced tea. If I have soda, It's probably Sprite. Traditionally, it would be like Coke or Dr. Pepper, something. Carlos says, what do you think about Ryan's weight blender? It seems it can't be that black and white. It's I don't know. It seems weird. Like I saw Ryan's post on Reddit where he posted all the conversations with him and Tom. Tom? That's who you arm wrestled, right? Tom? Am I tripping? Why does that name feel weird? Tom? Someone tell me yes. Dur says Sprite. No, okay. In terms of flavor, it would be probably Dr. Pepper or Pepsi in a can. If I do drink soda, though, because all that dark soda makes me feel like crap, I would drink Sprite, even though the other stuff tastes better, to clarify. But if I usually don't choose soda. It's usually iced tea or water or milk or something. That's what I'm saying. Tom Holland. Okay, yeah, what's Tom? Yeah, like in the messages, Tom never says it's okay for you to weigh in days understanding, but I think Ryan's saying like he misread it and he thought he said it was okay, but that's a pretty important thing. So you would make sure he said it's okay, right? You would double check, like, hey, so you're saying it's okay, right? Like I would think I would double check. You know what I mean? I would double wait. Did I read this wrong? Or are you saying it's okay if I weigh in 2 days early or whatever it is? So I don't know. Sounds like Ryan messed up, for my opinion, I guess. People like to just crap on East versus for whatever reason, says Durs. I know. And it is mentally weak. Damn, James. What do you think is the limit of Devon's weight gain is going to be? He did it quick. Imagine a 340. That would look wild. You need Eric's approval, man. How will you do without it? How will you live? Clerics 93 says Smith versus Matarangi. Hey, Big Marty. I've always wanted to pull with Marty. Have we met each other? Have we seen each other in person? We've talked online. I don't know if we've ever crossed paths, though. Have we? But super nice dude. Would love to pull with him. Derek, say hello to Hot Dog Guy. Wait, where's Hot Dog Guy? Hi. Hello. Delusional Sprite, I'm unsubscribing. Kane, there's Kane Fontecchio. Come to mountain practice tonight. Dinner and drinks on me. I got to go to the gym right after this, Kane, or I would. Trying to stay on the program, Kane, on the program. DL says, I was hooked on the OG Rockstars forever, finally got burnt out. Milk is a superior beverage. I was just chugging milk earlier, actually. I love milk. Subs, DF says sub Kane. Also, guys, if anybody in the chat has a channel that you guys want to promote, and we can share the link in here, definitely always down to help promote other people that are promoting arm wrestling, for sure. So yeah, let DF know. Also, DF right now, if you could share the link. If you guys get bored and you want to see if I'm streaming video games, sometimes I do that on Twitch. DF can share the link right now for the Twitch stream. We also started a YouTube channel for the gaming content, but we haven't uploaded anything in a while. But if you want to watch some of that, you can. Hopefully there'll be more stuff coming out soon. And there's still the AW Switch where you can get yourself hats, shirts, stickers, and things like that. Use discount code AWDerek, save yourself a little bit of money. Let's see. Corey, Jared says, I like banging a lot. LOL. There you go. Corey says, don't arm wrestle Mahdi. His track record is awful, and he is number 3 and number 4 in Oceanic area, 105 kg Lachlan above him. In my opinion, you're better than that match. I don't think I'm better than anybody. In terms of, like, I'm not above anybody, man. You know? I do want to take matches where it makes sense and helps progress my career. Like, that win helps move me forward. I do like to take that. But at the same time, you got to give other people chances when they're moving up. Like, I think I don't know if Wallace is sitting here. I think I'm ranked above Wallace. But if he sets it up and there's a good offer there, then I'm not going to deny it or run or deny someone a chance to move up either, if it all makes sense. Because what if those guys in the past did that to me and they didn't give me that chance? But I also came correct. Like when I got my match with Tim, I came correct. I got a hold of a sponsor. I paid Tim, was it $2,000 my own money? Made sure he was paid flight cover, everything. Like, so I came correct because I really wanted that number 5 spot. I was like 19th and he was number 5. I really wanted that spot. So I made sure I came correct. Here you go, Tim. That number 5 spot is very valuable. You worked your butt off to get there. This is what I'd love to offer you to give me a shot at that match. And then he did, and I did, and we did. So that's the thing that's kind of bothers me is like when people don't They just be like, and hey, give me a match. Oh, you didn't say yes? Sissy, dude, dodging. Like, just say blatant yes without any plans or anything like that. Where, okay, like, no, it's not how that works. Oh, GB19. Just weird talking by yourself for 1 hour, just wondering what it feels. Well, no, I'm reading your guys' chat, so I'm not really by myself. I guess if someone was standing over there watching me, it could be weird. We haven't even gotten into the stuff I actually like really enjoy talking about yet. We've just been gossiping this whole time. I enjoy talking about arm wrestling, specific arm wrestling and training. That's what I enjoy talking about. But people have questions, right? This guy's worried about Devon and this, and this guy's worried about my thoughts on this, and that's fine. Got to keep people happy. But in terms of, getting excited, I like talking about arm wrestling training. You guys saw it last stream. I was getting all passionate talking about training. That's a really big part of my life. Overseeing training, looking into training, learning about training. Try raw milk, no issues. This store stuff is poison. Telling you, man. Me and my friends arm wrestle a bit on my channel. Says Linky Slinky. Okay. Roy says, Derek, call out your next opponent. Do it live. F it. We'll do it live. Matches are already getting set up right now, so I don't need to go. I've been called out, so I'm dealing with those call outs. Corey says pork chop then, Wayne Withers, guys like that. Damn it. I have a cool announcement, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret. They didn't tell me if it's going to be a secret or not, and I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I better. I got to be smart. I got to make sure it's not supposed to be a secret before I tell you guys, because I don't want to be the guy that said something before it's supposed to be said. But there, some cool stuff might be coming on. DK, what up, man? Any news with your team? Mega Mike have any matches coming up? Not sure. I haven't talked to Mike in a while. I know he's a little bit out of a commission, but I hear he's training again. Andrew says Lars probably makes more sense. Lars, strong dude. Derek won't face any reason why he doesn't come to Vegas. Makes sense, says Drew. Yeah, that's why. DL says I'm 150 pounds right now. Derek doesn't want the smoke. I don't. I talk to myself about arm wrestling literally hours every day. That's not weird. Jared says Eric loves watching you and is just upset you're not his dad. But I might be. James says, whatever happened to Blowin's best friend? Reach around? Oh, Jordan Reacher? I don't know who is that you're talking about? Can you tell us who you're pulling yet? It hasn't been solidified yet, so no, the match isn't locked in. And it's always up to the promoter. I don't like to spoil the announcement. Jeff says, I love Derek. He reads comments as humble as can be for the force he is. Thank you, Jeff. I try to be, man. It's rough. Does arm wrestling often cause tendonitis? It for sure can. Yeah, you gotta take your time, man. Heal up. Derek versus Pork Chop, says Roy. Ooh, that would be interesting. Although, is he super heavyweight? I don't know how much he weighs right now. Red card is also super heavyweight. Better get him before too long. I know. The guy looks like an absolute monster. Jared, I pulled something in my elbow using rubber tubes for riser exercises. There we go. Yeah, Reacher. Corey, I like that. Derek versus Red card. Oh, I'm caught up in the chat. It's been about an hour. I caught up. Nah, I win. Don't even comment anymore. I win. All right? I don't want to see it. Okay, I'm going to catch up just a little bit. I want to read at least a paragraph. We still have so much more to go. I don't know if you guys have been following up. All right, we're going to get a little bit nerdy for a second. Okay. The title of this one is Specific versus General Movements for Training. Now, like I said, I'm reading this. This is written by a buddy of mine named Carl Meyer. Very, very smart dude. A little bit on the newer side of arm wrestling, but very, very smart. And I told him I'd look this over, voice my opinions on it, things I agree with or disagree with, and yeah, let him know. And he said it was cool if I shared this with everybody and gave him a shout out. So he starts, when beginning arm wrestling, the most important factors will be learning proper arm wrestling technique and having a good baseline strength. I would say learning safety would be the most important thing at the beginning. But yes, after safety, learning proper arm wrestling technique and having a good baseline strength. This means having strong major non-arm wrestling specific muscle groups such as the pecs, bicep, lats, abs, shoulders, etc. I don't know if I would agree that pecs, biceps, and lats and shoulders aren't main. Oh, I guess. Oh, not in arm wrestling specific, because those are definitely main muscles for arm wrestling. Training these body parts can be done in general, non-arm wrestling specific movements, such as the exercise listed under essential arm wrestling lifts. So he's saying it's best if you come into the sport with already a foundation of strength, and then you fine tune it with learning arm wrestling and with developing very specific arm wrestling strengths. I mean, yeah, that would be optimal, but when are things optimal? As time goes on, one should introduce arm wrestling specific movements to train some arm wrestling specific muscles. Exercises can be chosen from the list above. That was what we talked about last time, where he was listing all the arm wrestling lifts. Yeah, I agree. Why should I do arm wrestling specific lifts? ? Well, arm wrestling relies heavily on connective tissue strength. Think of muscles as the engine of the car and connective tissue as the body of the car. No matter how strong the engine is, without an appropriate body, wheels, shocks, axles, etc., the car will not be able to utilize its engine power appropriately and will break down sooner, as it cannot handle the stress of a powerful engine. You guys know what this means. So he's basically saying that the connective tissues in your elbow, your wrist muscles and tendons and ligaments and all these things, I always like to say they were the tires, meaning that they were the thing that conveyed to, like to the road or to the other person's hand. But yeah, so you get these strong, the big muscle strong, but your joints have to be conditioned enough, and the connective tissue has to be strong enough to get all that power to your hand. So if your hand and wrists are weak, it limits a ton of options. If your elbow and your ability to drive sideways with your elbow is weak, it limits a ton of your options, right? So that's what he's talking about, strengthening those joints. There's a myriad of connective tissue within the elbow, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. The major components of each connective tissue are bones, tendons, ligaments, fascia. Each of these are responsible for a different vector of force, and each of these have to have a certain amount of stress applied to trigger growth mechanisms. If your lifts are not replicating your pulling style exactly, even if your muscles and some of your connective tissue is strengthening, some of it isn't. This means that if you were to be pulled into a position on the table that you aren't used to, the connective tissue that is relatively weaker is at risk for injury. Ooh, we're going to fall off a little bit here. I remember, you guys, I like lifting with isolated lifts that are for arm wrestling, right? Take every muscle we use for arm wrestling, put them on a list, every muscle, train them all as isolated individuals as possible, then put them somewhat together on a pulley system, but primarily we're putting them together with high pressure on the table at practice, right? That's where we're putting these muscles together. But if I've gone down the checklist, I know every single one of those muscles is strong, and I know exactly how strong because I list them. It's measurable, and I track them. So I know that the bicep is 20% stronger, the pec major is 15% stronger, et cetera, et cetera. I know all these muscles are stronger. Then I just got to make sure that they're working together, what I call muscle synergy, getting them all working together in unison, and then application to the table, right? Having the right know the right tricks and techniques to apply it, right? But I feel like connecting those things is done best on table time. And no, I don't think I know. Done best on table time arm wrestling, and second best in a pulley system, right? A pulley system will never fully recreate arm wrestling. You'd have to do so many different lifts to fully recreate the pressures that an arm wrestler would put on your arm. So to safely arm wrestle will definitely condition your arm for arm wrestling better than any kind of pulley. For sure. Okay, arm wrestling specific lifts such as wrist wrench or Devon style pronation lift put a high amount of stress on both arm wrestling specific muscles and specific connective tissue that may not be targeted with general training. Breaking down an arm wrestling move requires an intricate understanding of what that move is trying to accomplish. You'll notice how some of these exercises are similar between movements and that some of these can be trained concurrently with compound exercises. Below, I will break down down two common arm wrestling moves and how to break them down for training. He lists hook and top roll. For hook, he says a hook can consist of the following moves. See the list of exercises above for a certain lift to train it. Wrist flexion, shoulder internal rotation, shoulder adduction or elbow adduction, shoulder extension, and elbow extension. Top roll. A top roll can consist of the following moves. See the list. Lifts is exercises above for certain lifts to train it. Shoulder flexion, elbow flexion, wrist flexion, pronation, radial deviation. Also external rotation. Also wrist extension. Because a lot of times in arm wrestling, you can kick back. You can use ulnar deviation in a low hand top roll. You could use grip, especially if you're doing a low hand top roll and connecting. You can utilize your lat, unless he's not talking about big muscles. But either way, these other ones I mentioned. So I don't know. This is very general. That's very general for a hook and for a top roll. There's a lot of different hooks that can look a lot of different ways. And same thing with top rolls. So it's hard to put it down just a small list. Like all hooks just use those. All top rolls just use those. That's not true. There's a lot of ways. So let me catch up on the chat real quick. What are we at? 5:53. We got 7 minutes. Reach around, seriously. Go after red card, says James. Derek and Todd Hudson are the two people that always answer my questions. Hey, King, you ain't caught up. MFer. Drew says Derek can finally retire as the winner of chat. Andrew says, I'd like to think that when Derek scolds his daughter, she gets on here as Eric to get some steam off. that would be so awesome. If I found out that my daughter was I would laugh. I would laugh pretty hard. I would laugh pretty hard. Daughter's on here calling me a 40-year-old virgin. That I would laugh pretty hard. I would think that was very creative, and I would think it was funny. I wouldn't even be that mad at her. No, I don't think I'd be mad. I think I'd be laughing too hard. Corey says, okay, I think the chat decided sometime in the next 8 months, you versus Riker. Oh, okay, cool. Is Eric going to bust out anatomical hand? I got it. Where is it? I was just looking at it yesterday. My little friend. Hey, Eric. Reminder to do the gripper before the end of stream. Thank you, DF. I don't train chest directly, but I do train rotator cuffs. You should train chest as well. That sounds like Brian Shaw. Be strongest man in the world, then go dominate arm wrestling. Dominic, g'day. Jared, lightweight. Zuloa, what up, man? Todd Hutchings said a lot of the times arm wrestling lifts in the gym don't get translated to the table well if the handle isn't more like someone's hand. True, we do want comfort. There's part of you that wants comfort in terms of doing work at the gym. You would like for it to feel like arm wrestling. I get that to an extent. Dieter says handstand push-ups are not good for arm wrestling. I agree. I was talking about general fitness. I do agree with you, Derek. Thank you, Zloa. DL says isometrics are where it's at for condition. Isometrics are pretty good. Lucas, Derek, how to win versus taller guy and bigger hand to hook him. So how do you hook a taller guy with a bigger hand? And he's trying to top roll you, Lucas? What's he trying to do? And what do you like to do? You like to hook and he's trying to top roll and he has a longer arm and a bigger hand? Is that what you're saying? Bean says, hey, Derek, my elbows hurt. What should I do besides jam presses? Oh, you should try resting. Eating, resting, taking joint support, drinking milk. Dieter says, that's super disappointing. You won't be at the Shaw Classic. I'm going to say you kind of got shafted, my man. Oh, I would never say that. Derek versus Krill, make it happen. King of the table, watch out. Yes, sir. Dieter says, and Leonidas would probably take a match against you, and that'd be an easy win. Right-handed, I'll smoke Leonidas. Left-handed, I don't know. Who's this skater surfer that hijacked Derek's stream? Is it the blue hat? Because I wear a hat every stream, but it's blue. And so now it's like, all right, you go what? Here, you guys want to? You feel better? Does everybody feel better? Back to normal? Back to normal? Riker going to shock a lot of pros and elites here soon at this rate. He already is. Do you think Brian would beat Prokopchik? I don't know, dude. Jan Prokopchik is ridiculous. Lucas, is side pressure a very important thing, or is it lower down the list? Yes, it's very important. There's side pressure. There's the driver for side. Remember, side pressure is internal rotation, like old school arm wrestling, and elbow adduction, sliding your elbow in, right? Those are the main drivers for side pressure. Now, the limiting factors of how much side pressure you can convey is going to be your hand and wrist and your elbow, right? Those are the things that are going to, if I could turn my shoulder, but the elbow isn't strong enough to convey the power, then the hand stays there, and I start going sideways, right? So you got to strengthen your elbow and your hand and wrist so your hand doesn't bend back where you go sideways in order to convey that power. But yes, side pressure is very important. At some point, no matter what, you have to go sideways somewhat. It's unavoidable. Unavoidable to not have to go sideways at all. It's a half mesh trucker hat, much better, says Shmo. Your first hat is more aerodynamic. That's what I'm saying. DL says, so is chest important to train even for a lightweight? Yeah, why would it not be? Of course. More for a lightweight. You could argue more for a lightweight than for a super heavyweight. Side pressure just hurts like an MF. Did the Lakers heat you up to be Luka's doppelganger? Did I look like Luka? Does he have short hair? My hair's getting kind of long right now. But I'm thinking about, DF, we forgot, dude. Hey, you guys, I'm thinking of a new look. 1 second. Hold on. No, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Don't you guys move. All right, dude. We can do some grippers or what, dude? Let's do it, bro. Dude, we can do some grippers or what, bro? Dude, party in the front or party in the back. This is in the front. Just saying, guys. Yeah, dude. All right. Grippers. Do I have chalk? Yeah, I think I have some chalk here. All right. Far out. Where's my? Oh, here it is. All right. Let's try. We'll just grab this trainer for right now. This is just a trainer. See if we can get the. I'm not expecting big things today, guys. I am not expecting big things. You need some sunglasses. I know I don't have any in here right now. Oh, wait, dude. Hold on. I had sunglasses. Sunny G's you're talking about, dude? You want me to find some damn Sunny G's? Where were they? I had some. Where'd they go? Sunny G's, dude. Where are my damn Sunny G's? Emma, where did my daughter put my Sunny G's, guys? I know I saw them. Oh, man. That's so lame. Where'd they go? All right, maybe I can't find them. I had some. I had them set aside not that long ago. Damn it. Oh. There we go. All right, dude. There we go. Do some grippers today or what, dude? Sorry, it took a second. All right. Yeah, Kane says hit that like button. Yeah, guys. Totally appreciate it if you hit the like button, guys. For real. All right, let's try some grippers, dude. We gotta get a little chalk in the handsies. No biggie, dude. We're gonna put a little bit of chalk on here, a little bit of booger sugar. Just kidding, man. Wouldn't do that to you. All right, here. Got kids watching the show. All right, chalk it up, man. We're gonna chalk it up real nice, like. There we go. LeBron James. All right, here we go. This is just a gripper. This is just a trainer, right? Light. There we go. I just wanted to get the pressure in there. Okay. Now, Let's move up to, I think I have a 3, don't I? I mean, I think I have a 3 in here somewhere, dude. Let's see if we can. Here's a 3.5. We're going to get to that in a minute. That's going to be the hurdle. But I think I have a 3 in here. Oh, 2.5. 2.5 right here. Let's see how we go. All right, 2.5. Yeah. I hope I have a 3 somewhere. Okay, I do have okay, I got 3. Let's give her a go. Get another swig of my drink. Oh, God. All right, number 3. Oh, should I show you guys? Do we need to start proving it? 3. I don't even know. Why do I feel like I'm about to pull my pec doing this gripper? That's how sore I am from yesterday. All right. Get that right about there. Get that right about there. Get it, boy. Oh, no, that wasn't closed. I mean, damn, man. All right, give me a sec. We're not done. You know we don't stop on the first attempt. Give me a sec. It's going to take a little bit of doing, apparently. A little more chalk. LeBron James. No. All right. Number 3. 3, you see it. Yes and no. Matt, depends on what you need it for. Come on. All right. Put it right here. I don't have any smelling salts anymore. I haven't had them for a long time. I miss those things. Oof. Oof. Huh. I feel pretty weak. That one touched. Ow. Okay. All right. Back to the 3.5 attempt. It's kind of eating the skin of my hand. Okay, the old 3.5. Now, I don't know if we're going to move this thing, to be honest, because the way that was feeling, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, guys? You with me? Like, okay. Lock in, huh? You say lock in? Did you just tell me to lock in? You just tell me to F and lock in. All right. Oh, you guys, I know what I need to do if I'm going to lock in. 1 sec. Give me 1 sec, guys. This is it right here. I know how to lock in. I can't believe no one said this. This is how you lock in. All right. Here we go. Oh, 3.5. You see it? Ah, it's not focusing. Focus. There it is. 3.5. Ah! Hey, ain't happening today, gentlemen. Okay. Almost blew a gasket on that one. Whoa. All right. And, no, not today. Maybe next time. Yeah, nah. We're going to work up to it. We'll get there. I mean, trust we're going to get there for sure. We'll get back to 3.5. We got back there last time we were doing it. We'll get back up to it. It's just going to take a little doing, a little bit of work. All right, but I feel like it's 6:08. I feel like that's a good place to call it, guys. You know? Now, listen. I appreciate y'all's support. You guys keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? Life's a garden. Dig it. And yeah, thank you for everybody that's in here. You know, all the viewers, all the likes, all the subscribers, everybody. I appreciate you. Next Wednesday, 4:30. Hell yeah, brother. Brother. Hell yeah. You guys be back next Wednesday, 4:30. We're about to do it real big. I'm gonna have something special for you. I don't even know what it is. Something special coming though. And yeah. All right, y'all. Stay up. Take care of each other. Peace, love, chicken grease. See you.